Saturday night in Death Valley. As we said, no place on earth quite like it.
Joe Burrow, sensational numbers, over 4,300 yards.
They bring pressure right in his face. He got it off. Jamar Chase breaks free.
Burrow, the fade to the corner, Jefferson, touchdown, LSU. Burrow going deep, and he's got Jamar Chase. They're down. Quick slant there. I think we just saw the next Tiger to win it in 2019.
He's just Joe.
Joey, I don't know however you want to say his name, but
same old dude. That's what's good about it.
As he's risen from Heisman afterthought to Heisman frontrunner, from Ohio State's surplus to LSU's superstar, from the shadows of college football to its spotlight, people all across the country are asking themselves the same question. Where did Joe Burrow come from? This is the Plains, a small Appalachia township in southeast Ohio. It's just up the road from Athens, the home of Ohio University. This is where Joe Burrow came from. This is where the world first got a glimpse of the best quarterback in the country.
I thought he was this good when he was a sophomore in high school.
Joe Burrow has done this before, setting records, lighting up scoreboards, incredible throws, dazzling runs. He's been doing it since middle school.
6th grade, we ran shotgun wide double slots. At youth football levels, you don't see teams doing that.
Using the offense he'd been mastering since middle school, Burrow ascended to the starting quarterback role at Athens by his sophomore season.
He was a sophomore, just, the skinny 160-pound quarterback sophomore, absolutely picking apart defenses. We were just like, yeah, he's arrived. It's only going up from here. This kid is really good.
For 3 years, Joe and his teammates rewrote the Athens high school record books. With Joe as starting quarterback, the Bulldogs went 29-1 in the regular season, losing only his first career start. Burrow led the school to its first 7 playoff wins ever, and by his senior season, Athens would set the Ohio State record for points scored and reach the state title game. He was Mr. Football in Ohio, and he signed with Ohio State.
And all that, and he just said, hey, look, we're just a bunch of friends playing football. And that's kind of the way he went about it.
No one in Athens is surprised that Burrow is having success at LSU. They're just surprised that he's having success at LSU.
What do you remember about the time when he was at Ohio State? It didn't work out for him and he had to make a decision.
I think nobody in this area is surprised that the production is there. We were just sort of waiting on it. And I think people were waiting on it at Ohio State too, just thinking, just give him that shot.
Wondering, is he doubting himself at all? Because I never wavered once. This is Joe, what he's doing right now.
Burrow didn't need confidence. He's always had that. He just needed a chance.
He couldn't play at Ohio State, and maybe he should just drop down a level. And so I think in his mind, picking a school in the SEC that capable of doing what they're doing but hadn't done it in a while was key to his deciding to go there.
Sometimes if it doesn't work out one place, that's not the end of the world, right? And he should have been able to branch out and see what else is happening. And LSU luckily almost fell into his lap, and it's been a perfect fit.
No matter what he does, he's going to come out, the cream's going to rise to the top, he's going to get a chance to play. I can't tell you how exciting it is to get to see him do this.
And when we heard that he was headed to LSU, we knew that really good things were going to happen.
I know that Joe is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. I know that from the bottom of my heart, that I know that he could play with anybody.
Now, the rest of the country knows too. Burrow's emerged as the Heisman favorite, rewriting the LSU record books and leading the Tigers to the top of the polls through early November. As they watched from the plains, they saw a familiar story unfolding.
After the very first game this year, once I seen them executing that offense the way that they were, I had a lot of faith at that point in time that he's going to light it up all year long.
The fact that it's worked out so well at LSU, I don't think is a shock to anyone around here.
Is this why you come and play in the SEC?
This is why I decided to transfer. This is why I decided to come down here and play with this guy and all those guys over there. You know, these are the games you live for and you work so hard for.
This is a level of success that I don't think a lot of people expected. Did you expect this? Are you surprised by any of the success?
No, we're not surprised. We know what he's capable of.
I think most of us figured that if he got the chance, that he would deliver.
It sounds crazy to say, but it doesn't surprise me at all.
It's just like his time here at Athens. You know, we just had so many things that came together to make what happened here happen.
A lot of stars had to align to get to this point, and so far they've lined up pretty good.
The right quarterback, the right offense, the right time. Same guy, different jersey. It happened in the Plains first, and a few years later, for a team he never expected, it's happening again in Baton Rouge.
You hit a lot of speed bumps along the way, not just at LSU. When you envisioned your life and your football career turning out this way, is this what you dreamed of?
You know, I thought I would be on this stage. I didn't think I would be in this jersey though. And it's been a bumpy road. It's been a long one, but I couldn't be in a better place.
Here comes Joe Burrow. You know, he transferred from Ohio State, backed up J.T. Barrett, lost the job there to Dwayne Haskins.
Just some quarterback from Ohio that came in. Clyde, not everybody wanted him. Justin Jefferson, 2-star recruit. Thad Moss transfer, me transfer. I told you. Nobody believed me. I told you.
And man, has he emerged this season.
Just amazing to see Joe Burrow working tonight.
Boy, did Joe have a great week last week. 5 touchdowns, only 4 incompletions in the debut of this new offense.
Just got it away. Burrow, plenty of time. Scanning the field, pointing. Wow. Now he's going to go deep. And
going a little tempo here.
Now Burrow takes a shot way down the field to the right side. Hey, he's got his man. It's Terrace Martin.
22-year-old transfer from Ohio State eluded the rush. Lofts it deep for a touchdown.
Burrow right back at it. Into the end zone. And Jefferson is there.
You better be taking notes and watching Joe Burrow.
He's just Joe.
Joey, I don't know however you want to say his name, but
Same old dude. That's what's good about it.
Beneath all the characteristics that define Joe Burrow, the toughness, the grit, the confidence, the poise, there's an underlying fire to always win that's always been there. It's been there from the start, burning red hot, its flames inextinguishable. Maybe it was nature, a genetic inheritance. Maybe it was nurture, a consummate competitor incubated inside a coach's home. Maybe it was a little bit of both. However it started, it never stopped. No matter what sport he was playing, no matter what field he was playing on, from the first time Joey picked up a ball, he had to be the best.
He could hit the wiffle ball over our house when he was 3 and 4 years old. He had to have a certain number. He would always choose however many he was going to hit that day. And that's what he did.
The first glimpse that we had at him was baseball. We all kind of just hit it off with him right away. He fit right in.
Like his brothers and his father, Joey quickly gravitated toward football, but he didn't start off at quarterback. Defense was the calling card of the Burrow clan, and Joey loved to tackle. But when Sam Smathers, Burrow's third-grade coach, put him under center and gave him the keys to an unusually complex offense, it was soon obvious where his future in football would take him.
Well, you're the man Baton Rouge has to thank for their quarterback, so thank you.
We got to get by Alabama first, then you can thank me, okay?
In the world of football, at least here in Athens, Ohio, you know, you're going to find who you think is the smartest, best athlete that you have available to you, and you're going to naturally make that person a quarterback.
He's walking up, he's having a football camp up on the hill here. Here comes this boy with sunglasses on, walking up the hill.
What they call him, Shady?
They called him Shady.
They all thought it was because it was cool, but his eyes, for whatever reason, was sensitive to the sun.
And my assistant coach come over and he said, well, found our quarterback. His IQ at that level was just, it started right there.
From the start, Joey was the big man on campus. It just took him time to find the right campus. Imagine that.
Most of his friends that were on those teams, or at least a lot of them, went to another elementary school, and we had him transfer over there. That was his first transfer.
Burrow's precocious talents were easy to spot, especially for his dad. No one had a better seat for his son's games than Jimmy Burrow, Ohio University's defensive coordinator. On Saturdays, he watched his defenses do their best to stop the opposition's offenses in Peden Stadium. On Sundays, he watched other defenses on the very same field, powerless to stop his son.
My office at Ohio University is in Peden Stadium. I could just turn my chair around and continue to do some work on Sundays and watch Joe. So
they were able to do things and execute things that they've never done at the youth levels. You know what it's like to complete a pass in youth football. It's not a simple thing. Well, they were able to just really demolish teams at that level because those guys could toss and catch.
He could even call plays. His football IQ was so advanced that Smathers gave Joey an audible, QB sneak on bump. One game, Joey saw a linebacker lined up in the wrong gap. He changed the play, bumped the center, and 60 yards later, he was in the end zone.
And you don't get that with a lot of kids in fourth grade.
Joey's talents transcended sports. Once, in fourth grade, with his basketball team down to 4 players and trailing by 8 points with 30 seconds left, he scored 9 straight points to spark a comeback. As the adults on the sideline went berserk, Joey stoically sunk free throw after free throw.
That game was where I knew he was different from everybody else.
It was the first eye-opening moment where I was like, whoa, there's something a little bit different right here.
Before he coached him in high school football, Ryan Adams saw Burrow's talents on full display in middle school PE, on the basketball court.
You know, Joe, on his own doing, you know, he grabbed 2 of the guys that, you know, in all honesty, nobody else was going to put on their team. You know, we'd round robin and they would clean everybody out. He had them kids red-cheeked, and that just doesn't happen for those kids naturally.
My son would be upset with me saying this because my son was a pretty smart player, but I think Joe was the smartest player I ever coached.
Probably thought he was going to be a college basketball player until really maybe his sophomore year.
As good a basketball player as he was, football was always Burrow's calling. As high school arrived, as he threw for 229 yards and 3 touchdowns in his first career start, as he approached the spotlight that would soon consume his world, as he took one step closer to his destiny as the best quarterback in the country, Joey showed Athens High School what he would, one day in the not-so-distant future, show LSU fans in college, and what he had, one day in the not-so-distant past, shown Sam Smathers in 3rd grade at football camp. Found our quarterback.
And they were just throwing the ball all over the place, and I asked one of the coaches, I said, is this normal for Athens? And he said, absolutely not. It's just different with this group.
We just knew that we had our hands on a really special kid, needless to say, and the biggest thing that I can always say about Joe is the fact that he really makes the people around him want to aspire to do better as well.
When you have a guy like that behind the wheel, throw him the keys to that Ferrari, baby. Let him run it. I agree. He's going to do it.
It was the first game he started as a high school quarterback, even though we lost. We were just like, yeah, he's arrived. It's only going up from here.
They're giving chase, and he somehow escapes again. And now throws late on the run. Got it! Justin Jefferson. Burrow throws down the sideline. What a perfect shot.
Demons drop back. Burrow trying to thread the needle. And he does it again. Fifth play of 20 yards or more. Looking for the 6. Caught falling backwards with a flag.
It's just too easy right now for Joe Burrow in this LSU offense.
Burrow to throw, going up top, looking toward the end zone. Passes caught. Jamar Chase, touchdown, LSU.
Burrow zips it across the middle. Caught. Touchdown, Jamar Chase. Wide receiver look. Burrow steps up and will take a downfield shot. That has Chase.
This son is, wow, what an emergence, huh?
Yeah. His dad, a longtime coach in college football, and here's his son going deep for another touchdown. Derek Dillon. This picture says it all. This is in front of their media guide. That's Joe Burrow right there.
Yep.
It's fitting that Joe Burrow is considered the leading candidate in the race for the Heisman Trophy, because that's what he's always been, a leader. The same way he makes football look effortless, the same way he never forces throws on the field, the same way he seems to be at his coolest when the heat of the moment reaches its highest. It's the same way he's always led his teammates. No one prepares more than Joe. No one cares more than Joe. And no one wants to win more than Joe.
It was almost prophetic in nature, in that he doesn't even try to lead, and other people follow him.
There's something unique about him. Really makes the people around him want to aspire to do better as well. I think a lot of it has to do with his ability to prepare.
There was never going to be anybody that outworked him, which I think the kids noticed, and I think is still Joe today, which is, shoot, the best way to be a leader.
The other kids follow him. He's a great leader. He doesn't even try to be a leader, and he is. It just comes natural to him, and I said his IQ is out of this world.
And I think that's how he ends up dealing with the pressure of big games, and always had his best games when the most was on the line.
He doesn't let it affect his performance, and you can see it in his eyes. There's that flat, poised, all business sort of thing.
Whenever Joe said in the huddle, "Coach, can I say something?" I always say, absolutely.
Joe has never said much. He's a walker, not a talker. And he's a winner. The basement of his childhood home in the Plains is basically a giant walk-in trophy case, a testament to a lifelong addiction to victory. For Joe, the hardware isn't the goal. It's the product of collective success. Every trophy in that basement belongs to the teammates who happily followed Joe into the battlefields where they were claimed.
Once again, he likes to win, and he likes to win these awards and these trophies. And but everything in here is a team award, and he would be the first to tell you that. I know Joe loves that offensive line, and would tell you that again, without that group being what they are and who they are, then he couldn't be doing what he's doing right now.
There are two Joe Burrows. There's the cool, calm, collected Joe, the prepared surgeon whose hand never shakes at the operating table. Then there's the heated competitor, the fiery-eyed flamethrower, the guy who's never better than when he's just been knocked down. Two sides of the same coin. Two separate paths to inevitable victory.
He does change personalities when he's on the football field, just being such a competitor and wanting to win. We got second in a baseball tournament. Joe gets home and we go up to his room in about an hour afterwards, and he had dismantled the second place trophy.
Yeah, he is. We never ever had to worry about him being nervous. We never ever had to worry about him being prepared. We never ever had to worry who was going to take the shot.
If the ball's in Joe's hands at crunch time, you just know he's going to get it done. You just know he's going to finish. He instills that kind of confidence in people, in his teammates, and his fans. You just know he's going to get it done.
Burrow is at his best when his back is against the wall. He never forgets a loss. Intercept his pass, and he'll make you pay, throwing your way the rest of the game. Hit him, and he'll hit you back. Harder. Beat him? If you're lucky enough to do that, prepare yourself. Because Joe Burrow is coming, and he ain't backing down.
And then you hit him, and he pops right up. He's one of the toughest quarterbacks I've seen in college in several years. So I think Burrow could very easily be the first overall pick.
He'd get hit, and he kind of seems like he likes it.
Every single game, if you go back to second or third play, he was going to carry the ball to make sure that he either scored to get jacked up or somebody tackled him. I think that's a great thing for quarterbacks. Get them in there, get them in the mix, get them popped, and he was like a different man after that.
I think he can channel that frustration into positive energy, really. I think that he definitely internalizes things a little bit, but uses it in a positive way.
I know he looks forward to 3 games this year, probably more than any, and that's Florida, Alabama, and A&M.
And the thing that I told all those coaches that came in here to see Joe is I said, I don't think there's a better thing to say about a kid other than this. That's the son of a bitch you don't want on that other sideline, because he's going to find a way to beat you.
Burrow to throw again, deep sideline, got it! Chase in the backfield with Burrow and Edwards-Helaire, the tailback, right out to the left. Burrow.
Chase for the touchdown.
He fakes the handoff. Wow. Play fake by Burrow, so good at dodging the run and throwing on the run. He's on target. Another play fake by Burrow, and a deep strike, and an open receiver.
Burrow taking a shot, Chase is out there, and Jamar
Needing some confidence.
Joe's hit 10 of his last 12 passes, and make it 11 of 13. O-line picks it up, Burrow's got all day, but nobody's open. Little ad-lib action, here's Sullivan. First down. 47. Burrow looking for more. Fires.
One of the best things about sports is that they take us places. They bring us to new worlds. They introduce us to new people. They connect us in ways we never thought imaginable, to people we never thought imaginable. Growing up, Joe Burrow and his friends in the Plains realized that transformative power early, even if they had no idea where it would take them.
This is a pretty gritty area of the state, and Southeastern Ohio, in particular, out of Ohio, does not get a lot of credit for being good at sports. And I think we kind of took that to heart.
What do you do when a dream unravels? Do you give up on it and start over? Or do you simply find a new theater for those dreams and try again? For Joe Burrow, giving up has never been an option. When he left Ohio State, he searched for a new stage, and he found one at LSU. He knew it could change his life. He didn't know that it would change his hometown into a paradise of purple and gold.
when his dad texted me and said, looks like we're going to LSU, my wife said, all right, what do we need? So we just started buying LSU gear.
He's come to LSU, he's gotten that shot, he's taken it. How is this community, you're wearing the LSU quarter zip right now, you said you have one for every day of the week. How has this community sort of embraced LSU?
Oh, no, I know even the Ohio State fans are crazy about LSU now. I see it all the time. And you can drive through any McDonald's restaurant in this county and you see the old guys sitting in there drinking their coffee with their LSU hats on, and it's pretty cool. It's a topic of conversation.
This is an LSU town now. Like, I mean, you see it with signs, you see people's shirts on Saturdays, you see it on social media everywhere. LSU stops this town now.
Several people in our neighborhood got the little yard signs, and one night Jimmy came home and I said, "Honey, we've got to get a yard sign or something because all of our neighbors have them. We don't even have one yet."
Joe's success at LSU hasn't just given the Plains someone to cheer for. It's given them someone to emulate, a champion to look up to, an example to follow. Joe isn't just their hero. He's their hope.
Joe's hard work has shown kids around here that's what it takes. I can be a nobody from Nowheresville, USA, work my rear off, and I can do exactly what it is I want. And that's the lesson I hope all of the kids around here take from it.
The Plains embraced LSU because LSU embraced Joe. The thing about embraces, though, is that they go two ways. 2 years after his arrival in Baton Rouge, Joe Burrow isn't just a hometown hero in Ohio. He's also a Louisiana legend. On senior night in Death Valley, it all came full circle. Of his own volition, Joe ran out for the final time into Tiger Stadium with a jersey inspired by his new home. When he turned to show the crowd, he didn't have to say a word, because they heard him loud and clear. "I am one of you," Joe declared. "You are one of us," Louisiana cried back.
It's been awesome not only for me, but for my family as well. You know, I told you guys earlier in the week, they come back and tell me stories about everyone just thanking them for sending me down here, and you know, my whole family's like, well, thanks for resurrecting my career and everything you guys have done for me. So, you know, it's been a dream come true, it really has.
How special has it been to enjoy this year as being retired and being able to watch every game and not have to worry about conflicts and work and all that stuff?
I've said several times, you know, again, Joe gets some credit for bringing LSU football together, but you know, Joe going to LSU has really brought our family together.
I'm very proud of Joe. Joe and I are close. The recruiting and his parents and his family, they've trusted in us. They trusted in LSU. They trusted the plan that we gave them. He took a leap of faith, and it worked out for him.
Since I was 10 years old, this is what I've always wanted to do. You know, I've said in the past, my goal was never to be the quarterback of an NFL team. I wanted to be the quarterback of a top 10 team playing in the national title game. And we have a chance to do that, and this is a dream come true for me.
19 to chase, 29 to chase, and now Burrow going to the corner for the home run ball. Play fake to Edwards-Helaire. Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield. Burrow's going to throw across the middle on the fly. He's got Jamar. Joe Burrow steps up in the pocket, has to throw quickly. The heat was coming. He got it to Thaddeus Moss.
Instead of ducking his eyes, he looks up.
Burrow throws, Jamar Chase wide open, touchdown. Four-man rush, Burrow steps away from DeMarvin Leal, who's still in hot pursuit. There's a block, and Burrow is spin move, and he's out of bounds.
Here comes pressure on Burrow. He got away from it somehow, and now he's running. This is what he does best. All the way to the 30.
Burrow fire.
He's got John Emery Jr. in the backfield now. And Burrow lobs it downfield, complete for a first down.
First.
what can Burrow do with this 3rd and long? Over the middle, complete to Jefferson. First down, on his way, and that might be the knockout punch.
One day, years from now, when your youth is gone, when the trophies have gathered dust, and your cleats lay unused for years, all that will be left is memories. Even those, some of them, will abandon you. Stories in which you were the star will seem like they happened to someone else. Time takes almost everything. But this one, the one all covet and few claim, the one that turns men into myths and stars into statues and separates heroes from legends, time cannot touch it. It is immortal.
What a year, magical year for the team, but for that guy in particular. 2 years at Ohio State, did not play very much, attempted about 45, 46 passes, looked for a place to go, made the decision to come here.
It's a must-deserved victory for our football team in our great state of Louisiana and our great university in LSU.
Joe Burrow has changed the way this team runs its offense.
Burrow keeps it. Joe Burrow might be a Heisman moment right there.
And now it's time to welcome a new member into our Heisman family. It is my pleasure to announce the 2019 winner and 85th recipient of the Heisman Memorial Trophy is Joe Burrow, Louisiana State University. Congratulations, LSU.
Congrats, brother. Appreciate you. Good, bro. Love you, bro.
So proud of you.
Proud of you, brother.
Congratulations.
Love you. Great job. Well deserved. Congrats, my boy. Proud of you, boy. Good job. Good job. Proud of you. Congrats,
Joe, say hello to your new friend for life. Give Mr. Heisman a lift here.
Thank you.
Whew. No, I think the first thing I want to say is I want to thank my O-line first. Sadiq, Adrian, Ed, Lloyd, D-Lou, Austin, Badara, Thad, our tight end with the chips, for guys like Chase. Those guys have been unbelievable this year, and I couldn't have done it without them. I got so many weapons on the outside: Terrace, Jamar, Justin, I mean, those guys have been unbelievable. All my teammates have supported me, welcomed me with open arms. Kid from Ohio, coming down to the Bayou and welcomed me as brothers. And it's been so awesome. I want to thank the Heisman people for a great weekend. Thank you for allowing me to be here, and as well as my family. And it's an honor to stand on the same stage as all of you guys. I grew up watching most of you, and it's just an honor to be on the same stage, eat dinner with you guys. It's been so awesome, and you've all been so kind to me. My parents, like Tom said, my dad had first time in 51 years that he wasn't a player or a coach, and him retiring this year has been, a dream come true for me and my family. My brother's in the audience, my mom. And I'm just so thankful for LSU and Ohio State, playing at two of the best programs in the country, great coaches both places. My journey, I wouldn't have traded it for anything in the world. I think the story of this Heisman Trophy, with me, Justin, Jalen, and Chase, we have 3 transfers who've all had different stories. It's 3 great players, and both of those guys have pushed through adversity. It's awesome hearing their stories and sharing this weekend with them. I tried to leave a legacy of hard work and preparation and loyalty and dedication everywhere I go. And I'm surrounded by such great people that make that so easy. Great strength coaches. Coach Mick is in the audience, my strength coach from Ohio State, and Coach Moffitt is watching from home, and they've made me a great person and a great player, and so much better because of them. Coming from Southeast Ohio, it's a very, very impoverished area, and the poverty rate is almost 2 times the national average, and there's so many people there that don't have a lot. And I'm up here for all those kids in Athens and in Athens County that go home to not a lot of food on the table, hungry after school. You guys can be up here too. I'd like to thank Louisiana, the entire state. Like I said earlier, just a kid from Ohio coming down chasing a dream. And the entire state has welcomed me and my family with open arms and invited us in to be native Louisianians. I've learned to love crawfish and gumbo, and during crawfish season, Coach O makes sure we have pounds and pounds and pounds of crawfish during that year. Coach O. You have no idea what you mean to my family. I didn't play for 3 years. You took a chance on me, not knowing if I could play or not. And I'm forever forever grateful for you. Can you imagine a guy like Coach O giving me the keys to his football program? He just means so much to me and my family. And to LSU, I sure hope they give him a lifetime contract. He deserves it. and Coach Joe, Coach Steve, Coach Munoz, all here. You know, you guys have helped me through so much, understanding the game, putting so much on my plate that I couldn't ask for a better group of coaches. Help me be successful. So thank you to everyone here. There's so many people that I should thank, and unfortunately I just don't have the time. But those people know what they mean to me and my family, and so when I lift this trophy again, it's for LSU, Ohio State, Southeast Ohio, and all of Louisiana. Thank you.
Great job. Maybe that hug says everything.
Thank you so much for allowing me to become a Louisiana native. I couldn't, I love everybody in the state. The state's been great to me, and these great people have welcomed me like a brother.
Well, congrats.
What's the thing? I don't know where they came from. It's getting a little late.
The check down. Edwards-Helaire runs out of bounds, and that looks like the record. It is. And Joe Burrow now holds the SEC record for most passing yards in a single season. They bring a blitz. Is this the record? Tired! Flag down. It's a touchdown for Jamar Chase. And if it stands, it's the 44th touchdown pass of the season for Jimmy Burrow's son, Joe, to tie the SEC record.
He will, and he's going to score. Touchdown, LSU. Alabama coming. Burrow got rid of it. Shoestring catch by Helaire. Holy cow. Trouble again. Scrambles away from it. He's going to keep it, trying to get to the sticks, and he does. Oh, did he get hit? He take a shot from Davis.
Holy cow! This is where Joe can show his toughness. This is how the team fell in love with Joe Burrow against UCF last year.
This is how legends are made.
Burrow on 3rd and 1. Again, Jared Brown came up the middle. Burrow trying to get to the sticks. Took another hit. And does a little dance to get the first. Joe Burrow, deep middle, touchdown.
This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle. Victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight.
What I love to watch with Joe Burrow is just to watch his mind work. Watch him drop back and work through progressions. He's looking underneath, goes to the next level, sees the matchup.
This is how legends are made.
Pressure off the edge, Burrow downfield, throw, and the catch is made.
In the 9-6 game.
Burrow down the middle, striking.
This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire.
situation where he would turn his back to the line. That time he got crushed. Lobs it up, and it's
This is how legends are. This is how legends are made.
Extra heat coming on Burrow, and it got to him, but he got away again. Throws complete. Are you kidding me?
This is how legends
After the run fake, a beautiful throw by Burrow.